Welcome back to the channel, viewers. It's been a little while since I posted, going on 3 weeks. Hope everybody had a good Christmas, getting ready for the new year to come in. And just wanted to do a video on current projects. 1 transmission, 2 transmissions, 3 transmissions. There's another one down there, 4. And then there's 3 more over there. And as you can tell, I'm also doing an engine. So this is like my tear down shop, basically. Started on that block right over there. But it ended up, it's already been bored 40 over. It's a 305. It's been bored 40 over and it sat. And the cylinder walls are so corroded that it'd have to be rebored, and I'm not sure that 60 thou would clear it up, so we're changing blocks. Anyway, so what we have here is a 66 C10 Two Wheel Drive. Yes, it's got 4-wheel drive tires on it. Not quite sure what the previous owner had in mind there, but the fella that now owns this truck bought this thing, and it's in pretty good shape, body-wise. He brought it to me, wanting me to get it running, do your basic maintenance, oil change, transmission fluid change, you know, that type of thing. And carburetor was bad, so I had to put another carburetor on it because we got to see if it runs. And all right, so I put the shop carburetor on it, got it running. Decided to take it up the road to check out the transmission, and transmission would not shift. And the engine was getting louder and louder and making a lot of noise. And I happened to see that it wasn't making any oil pressure. It was losing oil pressure. So now we need an engine and a transmission. Now I left it up to the owner to find an engine. This is the one he came up with. And you know, we never know. It's supposed to have 1,200 miles on it. The guy was going to an LS. He's going to swap it over to an LS from what I understand. So he did not need this engine anymore. So until we hear it run and blah, 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 you can only hope that it's a good engine. Anyway, interior in this truck is pretty nice. One of the things the owner wants done is changing the steering column. So he bought a new steering column for it. And as well as, you can't really see it in there, but we're not sure the steering column and the console around the Z28 Camaro shifter, floor shifter. We think those 2 items came out of a 80s Chevy Citation or Corsica, whatever. It's not really for this truck. So he bought a new column, which I'm not getting into at the moment, and new steering wheel, and I think he bought a shifter for it. Yeah, he bought one of those universal shifters from Low Car, I think. So that's going to be fun. But all we have here is all brakes, and one of the right rear wheel was stuck on this truck when it came to me, and I had to go through all kinds of stuff to get the drum off. And I realized the issue, and then the owner wants to replace all the wheel cylinders, all 4 wheel cylinders, all 4 brakes, drums, everything. So that's what the majority of this pile of stuff is. So anyway, not going to make this too long of a video. Or maybe I should, I don't know. Seems like anything under 10 minutes doesn't get shown on YouTube very much. It doesn't get a lot of views. Had some wiring issues, still have wiring issues. I haven't gotten into that yet. Haven't dived into it yet. There's so many things I'm doing. This is the dry shaft that was in the truck. It's the original dry shaft to the truck. But when they cut it down, This truck was, I'm pretty sure, originally a 6-cylinder truck with a 3-speed on the column. Clutch pedal still in it and everything else. So anyway, you can tell right here, they barely had the yoke, the drive shaft yoke into the transmission. So it was barely riding inside the bushing. That's not a good thing. So anyway, transmission. I know I'm jumping around a lot, but this is what I'm faced with every day. A lot of stuff. So I had to rebuild the transmission, which is what we do here, what I do here, whatever. So it got a new flex plate, new torque converter, and I rebuilt the transmission. And I'm in the process of running new cooler lines, bending them up and everything, getting them all bent to clear the starter, the exhaust, of course, and go to the new radiator, which I'll get to in a second. Anyway, so I'm going to have to do some work on the exhaust because the owner bought new headers for it. And so those swedge or bell reducer hookups or whatever. Yeah, not crazy about that, but it is what it is. Those headers, brand new out of the box, they needed work. The 8 bolt holes that hold the header to the cylinder head had so much weld in the bolt holes that I had to put the headers up in the vise and clean those holes so they would line up right and the bolts would actually go through, especially the driver's side. The driver's side was really bad. Yeah, I know my light is bright. For Christmas, my father-in-law got me one of these Braun flashlights. Really nice flashlight, really bright, flexible. I'm not going to let me turn it off. See, most of you probably have these. It's my first one. I'm not a big fan of the new LED lights, and I am a fan of them, but they're good for certain situations. Overall lighting, that's great, but if you're trying to really focus on something, nothing beats an old light bulb. All right, well, so as you can see here, I'm trying to get some pulleys and brackets cleaned up, painted, and then take care of the alignment, belt alignment, and pretty much got that taken care of. The alternator bracket, due to the intake manifold, you guys that run small block Chevys with raised so air can get under the carburetor here. You know what I'm talking about. So I had to cut the bracket here, and I put a stud right here, and I'm building the bracket down to the stud to hold the top of the alternator, because the alternator needs to be pulled back just a little bit, and I'm going to work on that. But that's not right now. I'm close on all that. These projects, man, sometimes they can be overwhelming. So the thing I'm doing now is the owner bought a new Champion radiator for the truck. It's a really nice piece. I'm not going to pull it out of the box right now, but anyway, nice Champion radiator. Here's the old radiator. Look here how thick the tanks are. Much thicker. This is a 4-row aluminum radiator, much thicker. So the factory mounts, cradle mounts for the bottom of the radiator are no longer able to be used. So I had to, and believe it or not, these things are riveted to the frame. Sorry to be jumping around so much here, but got a lot going on. And they sit right here, and one sits over here. Well, they're not wide enough to fit in the radiator, fit the radiator. Now, Some of you are probably like, well, why don't you just bend them out? Bend them out. Well, it doesn't quite work that way, because you can do that if you want to half-ass it, but why would you spend all that money on a heavy-duty radiator and then half-ass the way you mount it? So I have to build new mounts for it. And there we are. All right, well, that's just a little bit of an update. Like I said, I hadn't posted in a while, and just been busy. I don't have a production crew here to do my filming for me, so can't afford that. All right, there you go. So obviously I got to make new mounts. So, all right, guys. Well, sorry about jumping around a lot in this video, showing you this, showing you that, but that's where I'm at. So, like I mentioned on this truck, the wiring harness is in bad shape. Under the dash, this door won't open. That's why I got the window down, so I can reach in and open it. And got a lot to do. And there you go. So, all right, guys, kind of got lost for words for a second. All right, well, one thing I've noticed was only 98% of you are not subscribed to the channel. So only 0.2 of you are actually watching my videos that are subscribed to the channel. So if you like what I'm doing here, leave a comment below. Any questions? I am busy, so if you leave a question in the comments, it'll probably take me. I'll probably get to them later on in the evenings or first thing in the morning. You know, I'm busy, so I'm by myself. So I hope you understand that. Give this video a like, dislike. If you don't like it, leave a comment below. Subscribe, click that notification bell. When it pops up, click all. That way you'll get reminders of future videos that I post. And I'm going to try to post a little more frequently than I have been. So I've never gone 3 weeks and posted a video, so until recently. Anyway, so this video is over 12 minutes now, so I am going to end this video here. So thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoy the content. And like I said, subscribe, like, and share. Comment below. Thank you.